Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so glad to have you here. So hopefully you've already seen by the title of this video, I'm just jumping straight in. Welcome back if you've been here a while. And if you're new, thank you for being here. But as you probably guessed from the title, this is going to be a bit about a wind down routine. I'm just going to show my wind down routine that I pretty much do every night. There's some key things in there that I do pretty much all of the time. I'll talk you through them when I'm doing them, but before we dive right on in, just want to talk about the importance of a wind down routine. Obviously it helps you to de-stress from the day. I know for me, it's Monday as I'm filming this. I've had a really busy day. This is probably the busiest day of the week for me. So it's just really good to decompress and switch off so that I can have a better quality sleep. And I can't stress the importance of sleep for everything, for our hormone health. If you've got a fat loss goal, muscle building goal, this is where you recover, where your muscles grow. Also as well, like I say, in terms of like fat loss, it helps to balance your hunger hormones, leptin and ghrelin, because if you're not having enough sleep, the next day you will find that you're much hungrier because they're out of balance and you just want to eat everything in sight. So it helps, like I say, to keep your hormones nice and balanced, and it's just when you recover and repair, and obviously just for your mental well-being as well, so that your body and your mind can just fully rest. So actually having a wind down routine and having some habits in place is so important to help your body know, like, oh, this is when we start to wind down before we go to sleep, and then that helps you to go into a deeper, more restful sleep and a better quality sleep, and then you're going to wake up feeling more well rested and just generally have a better day. Like regardless of your goals, whether it's fat loss, building muscle, or just wanting to feel healthy and energized, a good sleep is one of the basics to nail. You see a lot on social media at the minute, like having all these fancy supplements and doing this and doing that and all this outrageous stuff that a lot of people can't fit into their daily routine. But one of the key basics to nail before you do any of those things, I'm not saying that some of those things aren't beneficial as such, but nailing the basics like your nutrition, your movement, water intake and sleep is one of them. So without further ado, I am going to start my wind down routine and show you what I do. You don't have to do this. This is just what works for me, but just some tips that you might want to incorporate that might help you. But what I would say is build in some habits, like I say, that's realistic for you, that's going to help you. Like what I might do to wind down might not be relaxing for you, or you might not have the time to do so. So it's very light still. It is 5:30 pretty much here with the summer months. That's the only thing. Like, it's lovely for the morning because it's lovely and bright, so I wake up a lot easier, but for going to bed it's a bit annoying. So yeah, like I say, you can take what you can from this. I'll talk through it with some helpful tips, and just think about, even just start with one thing that you know will help and then work backwards from there, or write it down and just start to incorporate them. I'm not saying that like doing this for one night is going to make you have an incredible sleep. It's something that you've got to build up to, if that makes sense, and be consistent with. Basically, just like with everything else, it's boring, it's not sexy, but consistency is where it's at. So what I'm going to do is sort out bits for the morning now. So I'm at the gym tomorrow, I'm training glutes. I'm going to get my water bottle ready for the gym with my water in. I put electrolytes in this and some creatine, and then I make my little morning drink. I do actually often do this a little bit earlier in the day, but I thought I would leave it till now to show you guys. I just kind of do it when I'm making lunch, like while it's cooking, so that it's like just something done. But like I say, making sure I've got everything ready for the morning is part of the wind down routine, so that you can allow your brain to switch off from what am I doing tomorrow kind of thing, if that makes sense. And this is one of those things for me. So gonna make these up and get my food and stuff ready for the morning to eat before the gym, so it's out. So when I get up at 5 in the morning, I don't have to think about this stuff. I don't have to think, oh, I've got to do that. I don't want to give myself excuses as to like, I'm not going to get up and I'm not going to bother going, or like make my day have like a knock-on effect where I'm getting up too late, I'm faffing on with all of this stuff. If I just get up and this stuff's in the fridge ready to go, or like on the side. I can just quickly do it and it's all done. So I'm gonna make these. So I'll even go as far to get my plate out. I have like rice cakes and a banana before the gym, so I put the rice cakes on there and a banana, and then I put I have my little vitamin box. I don't really have that many vitamins, but it just helps. So I literally put that on the plate, and then yeah, that's it. So that's kind of just there, ready for the morning. Then I'll just get the rice cakes out, chop my banana up, put honey on, and then I've got that ready to go. And then in my water bottle for the gym, I'll just put an electrolyte tablet in there. I might put my creatine in this one, and then I just put that in the fridge, keeps it nice and cold, and I can grab it in the morning. I did an event with Sweaty Betty recently, and they gave us this water bottle. They kindly gifted me this, and it's really great. So it's got like the straw and stuff, because I actually bought a oh my god, what's it called? I'm having a mind blank. A Stanley. I couldn't think what it was called there. Like, finally thought, right, I'm going to invest in one because they're so expensive, and I just don't rate it. Like, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it's great for the volume of it, but it just spills water. If you even tip it slightly to the side, it's infuriating. So never mind anyway. And then I've made this on one of my older videos before. I just have my little cacao drink, so I put a bit of water in there, but I'm going to put some coconut milk in. And then I put my cacao and some collagen powder in there as well. I feel like my camera angle's not the greatest, but hopefully you can see okay. Yeah, so this is just kind of like, basically just make this ready so I'm not faffing on in the morning. So this is cacao powder. Basically it's just like cocoa powder, so like chocolate. So I put hot water in it on a morning. It's like having hot chocolate, so just like a nice warm drink. It's like a slow release energy. It's less harsh than caffeine, and that is what was I going to say? I just get that from Amazon, sorry. And then I have my collagen for some protein. So then this just gives us some protein first thing. And then I've got my carbs for the gym with my banana and my rice cakes. Just a scoop of that. And this is from Women's Best. And then I put my glutamine in here as well. I sometimes put my greens powder in too, just for a little boost. It's not something that you need. I do eat quite a lot of greens throughout the day though. And then I think I'm going to put my creatine in here too. So these are all from Women's Best. Oh, it's a new tub. Oh, I thought I had a tub open. Never mind. Oh, this means I'm not going to be able to find the scoop. Oh no, that's good. There we go. And then just pop that in there. And then I'll just do a little shaky. And then I'll just pop that in the fridge. And then, like I say, I'll pour it into a glass in the morning and just add the hot water to it. So nice and easy, and saves us doing that. And I know it may seem like nothing what I've just done there, but at 5 o'clock in the morning, it feels like a lot, and it does just save that bit of time so I can get up, make sure I'm fueled correctly, and then get myself to the gym, because I very rarely feel motivated to go. I'm also just going to get my, oh gosh, I dropped my camera. Get my magnesium out for the night. So again, I just have them in here, and I'll have them with the tea. So I'm just going to get them out ready before I put my little granny tablet box away. So I have a sleep tea with my dinner on a night time. I'll just pop them in the cup. I use one of these just because I like the flavours. These are just by Twinings. But yeah, so I'll just have one of them with my dinner and wash down the magnesium with that, ready for bed. Magnesium is really good for sleep health, for recovery, so good for like training as well. It's really good around the luteal phase and the menstrual phase, as it can help to reduce cramps and other PMS symptoms, but it is good, like I say, for recovery in general, to have all through your cycle. So I have that every night pretty much, and there's very rarely a time where I forget to take it. If I'm away and stuff, fair enough, but like I say, consistency is key, not perfection. So that's everything down here sorted. I'm gonna go and get my gym stuff out upstairs, so we'll take the whole crew are coming upstairs now. We're all Wesley thinks it's a game. Right, we are in my dressing room. One of the arguments for having one of the rooms as a dressing room was that I need it for getting ready in the morning because I'm up so early. So I am going to get my gym stuff out. This is something I can't recommend enough. Again, like I say, you just don't want to give yourself any excuses if you train on a morning. Even if you train on an evening, I say this to my clients all the time, get your gym stuff out and get it ready. Like, even if you're not taking it to work, just get it out and get it ready, because when you get back from work, if you've got time to go home and get changed before you go, it's out, and it just takes a little bit of the thought process out. And sometimes when you're trying to like pep talk yourself to go, I mean, hats off to anyone who goes on an evening, even just like, do you know what, my gym stuff's already there, all I need to do is put it on, and just like talk yourself through the, you know, the small little stages. Like, even for me, like now I'm like, if you just go to the gym, just do like one exercise, like you don't need to do them all, and then once you do one, you're like, oh, I may as well do the rest. And like, it's just that momentum creates momentum basically. So like I say, always get your gym stuff out. I'm just trying to think where I can put you in here because it's really hard to see. We see there, it's very bright still. There we go. So I literally just put them on this shelf. Get my set out. I'm going to wear a cute little pink women's best set tomorrow. It's a little messy in here. And then I'll probably wear this hoodie. So I will literally just get everything out. Oh, hello, Wessie. Hello, babes. It's pretty warm in the morning, to be fair, so it's not too bad, but I could just do with like a hoodie or a jacket of some description. So yeah, get my hoodie out. I will literally get my knickers out, because that, again, it's just all these little things. Knickers are out, my socks, and then my shoes are actually just down there already. And then she is a prepared queen. Again, seems silly, but I promise these small little things make such a difference. So I've got my gym stuff out ready, and now I'm actually going to run a bath so that I can just leave the day behind. Welcome to my bathroom, guys. I'm going to put this bath on. Got some magnesium salt. Again, I always just like to put these in, really good for your muscles, all that jazz. So it still come out. I don't know why, but it seems to have got some water in here. That's a bit annoying. Oh. Like muscle soak, so I will put that in as well. Nice bowler. So I don't always have a bath, but I've just been feeling a little bit, I can't tell if it's hay fever or not. I had an antihistamine this morning. I can't tell. I'm gonna like take one tomorrow and see if that helps, but yeah, I just feel it a little bit on my chest and stuff, which hay fever does get me with. I can't tell if I've got a cold or what like is going on. So I'm just gonna have a bath. I do have like a little mini sauna downstairs, so I often use that, or sometimes just have a shower and then do all my skincare and stuff. So I try and sit in the bath for as long as I can and just relax. I try not to take my phone. But yeah, I would say I use my mini sauna and have a shower more than I do a bath, but I am just having a bath tonight. But again, you could like even take a book into the bath, whatever it might be, just sitting and relaxing and just finding a way to decompress from the day and unwind. And also another thing I'm going to go and do whilst this is running, again, sometimes I do this earlier in the day if I remember to. Oh, Wesley's just made himself at home here on the bed. Who do you think you are? Just loves to look out the window, bless him. I'm going to put my alarm on, so it is actually just the same as yesterday, so I can just press the button and then it's on, so I know that that is done. Again, just doing all these little things so that my brain can just switch off of like, what do I need to do tomorrow kind of thing. This is also a good time where if you like, you know, you need any meal prep for the day, if you're going into the office or whatever it might be, and we've got a busy day, to make sure you've got all that together. There he is barking at people outside of the window. And even putting things into MyFitnessPal, if you're tracking, I'd always say to do it the day before. So this is quite a good, yes, Aaron coming to see. As soon as he hears him come up the stairs. Who's being a naughty boy? Don't mind the barking, just so when I tell him that he's fine, just it continues. Yeah, inputting all your food into MyFitnessPal. Oh yeah, you come to say sorry. Oh, you come to say sorry. Sorry for interrupting the video, guys. I do apologise. I'm a naughty boy. Sorry, I got back that point the third time. Inputting your food into MyFitnessPal the night before, or whatever tracking app you use, putting that in so it is all done. You know where you're at, and again, you can prep any food ready for tomorrow is another thing that you can do around this time of the day. Just like I say, get everything out of your brain that you need for tomorrow, everything you need clothes wise. Even if you're going into the office, get your clothes out for the office, get your gym stuff out if it's a gym day, whatever time you're going. Get your food prep, get your water bottle, so you're going to hit your water goal. All these things, I think, even just make my to-do list I've made for tomorrow. I've put my time block my day, I've put it into my calendar as well, which is another thing I could have shown you, but I'm telling you anyway about my bathrooms. Like I say, just want to get tomorrow planned and then out of your head, so that you're not going to be like, oh, I need to sort this, or you're going to like be lying in bed late at night and think, oh no, I didn't do this, or oh, I didn't do this, and like you can get into bed tomorrow, or like at the end of today or the next day, just feeling like, do you know what, my day ran a lot smoother because I had everything planned out the night before. I feel like I harp on about this so much that I had to do a video, and I've shown a bit, like quite a bit of morning routine stuff, so I thought this was the one. But anyway, I am going to just get myself sorted and then get into the bath. Obviously, I'm going to take you into the bath with me, but we'll see you after. Look at those bubbles. Chef's kiss. So I'm out of the bath, PJs on. These are quite recent ones from Primark, though the top is like a little bit short, but it's okay. So I'm going to take my makeup off. I always moisturise when I get out. I really enjoy this body oil spray, or I use the CeraVe moisturiser. And then I'm going to take my makeup off. I actually have some reusable pads of these. I just don't have any clean ones, so I always have them as backup. Little micellar water. Like I've said on previous videos, I am not a skincare, hair care, makeup care expert, but just share what I use, what works for me. Everyone has very different skin and stuff, so I think that is very personal, but this is just good old Garnier and you can't knock it. I've used it for years, so yeah, I'm just getting the rest of my makeup off. I use like a cleanser in the bath as well, so just get that off. I don't really like wear much makeup through the day anyway, just a little bit, so I feel ready for the day. Just honestly, there's no nicer feeling than taking your makeup off, I don't think. I'm actually just going to do another one of these, and then I'll use the toner, which again is a Garnier one. This is actually the aloe vera one. I just bought it because it was the only one that I could find and I needed some, and that is nearly running out as well. So, need some more. Clean right down to my neck. Well, like I say, because I feel like I've got a bit of hay fever, and even if it's not, my chest isn't hurting because of hay fever, just like in general, like have a little bit of hay fever regardless, because I do always get it. oh, it's just so nice like to have the cold on my eyes, oh, on my face. It just feels lovely, especially that bath as well was really hot, so it's nice and cool. Just doing my red light mask. Sometimes I do this when I'm watching the telly. Oh, got my hair clip in, so just put this on for a few minutes. I just tuck that in my waistband there. I talked about this in the last video, so I won't repeat myself too much, but yeah, I'm just gonna like sort out some bits and bobs while I've got this on, and then we'll just finish the rest of my skincare. I don't know why, I just do it after I've cleaned my face, and then I'll clean the mask again, and then I'll just put like my moisturiser and stuff on. Actually just going to, sorry the camera's a bit wonky there, quickly do my journaling while I wait for this. So I just use the 5-minute journal, really rate it. So I'm just going to do my little end bit of the day so that is done before I go down and have something done. I'll just keep that in my dressing room, so I do it on the morning as well, and then I do it at the end of the day. And this is done. Oh, give that a little wipe and finish my skincare. A bit of retinol, I use the CeraVe one. And again, don't take my word on any of these products. This is just what I use for my skin. But I just like to do a bit of skincare, I like to say at the end of the day, wipe away the day with a makeup wipe. I'm sure that was like a makeup wipe, like brand slogan, I don't know who it was, but anyway, just feel nice and refreshed, and it's just a nice little form of self-care, nothing too major. I'll put some moisturiser on. I also like to put these tan drops in just to keep my face looking with a nice healthy glow for the rest of the week. So I like fake tan on a weekend. Sorry, I couldn't think what I was saying there. Fake tan on a weekend. But then I just leave it throughout the week. But I just like to give, just realised that last bit putting my moisturiser on didn't film, but never mind. And then I'll just give my hair a brush. And sometimes put a bit of oil on it just to freshen it up for the day, the end of the day. I also sometimes use this Magic Night Serum. It's actually running out by Kerastase. I love their hair stuff, I really rate it. I'll put a bit on. I need to order some more, but this has lasted me ages. I can't remember when I bought that. Definitely like October, November last year. I know it was before Thailand, so I didn't take it, so obviously I didn't use it for a few weeks, but yeah, I really rate it. I don't use it every single night, I'll just use the normal oil that I use sometimes, but actually I'm going to put a hair clip in so it's not too tight, just twisting my hair around. And I mean, this doesn't look, guys, like I'm being so very real right now, but yeah, like I say, just nice and relaxed. And I never really have my hair too tight, and I use the silk scrunchies, but just to give it a bit of a breather. But I just like it out of my face while I go and chill. I'm just gonna put my dressing gown on, and then I think Aaron's already started making dinner. He's a good egg. Not that I'm like forced to cook or anything, I'm just like a bit of a control freak, but I do like to cook. I do enjoy it, but it is nice when he cooks as well. So I'm glad that he's doing it because I'm just very hungry today. So yeah, I'm excited to go and eat that. We're having salmon stir fry, and actually before I get ahead of myself, I'll just show you. I was correct. My Swiss chef has started without me.
I know my place.
In the kitchen.
Ish. Can I please sleep inside the house tonight?
Sleep inside. No. So we're having salmon stir fry. You're full of faces behind me there.
Yeah. Faces a few times and you haven't seen so far.
Oh really?
Yes, it's like an Easter egg hunt. Find them.
When I'm editing them.
Yeah.
You guys noticed them before me. Wow. I was just saying nice things about them upstairs. I take it all back. Oh. Yeah, we're having salmon stir fry, so literally just pre-buy the stir fry veg because I'm lazy. Add a little bit of extra veg, and then done the salmon in the air fryer, so we'll just pop it in when the roast is ready. A bit of soy sauce. That's it. So here's a funny story about stir fry that no one wants to hear. When me and Aaron first started going out, he came up to Newcastle one weekend. I was staying at mine, and I was like, I'll make us a healthy meal because we've been eating out loads and stuff, obviously like you do when you first start going out. And I was like, oh, we'll stay in and I'll make a healthy meal. So I made the stir fry, and I love to just put loads and loads of veg in, or what I thought was a standard amount of veg, to be perfectly honest. But I made like a chicken stir fry, and Aaron, for the first time since we started going out, I think we went out like a few months at the time, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Couldn't finish a meal. Turns out he confessed later on, he just said he was full, that it was too much veg for him and it wasn't his favourite meal.
I'm sorry, guys. Does that look like normal amount of veg to you? That's a whole fucking wok.
So, well, stir fry is a good way to get extra veg in. There you go, guys, if you struggle.
Don't eat a stir fry.
And this is why, and this is why you should end the day with a nice healthy balanced meal. That's not why, that made absolutely no sense. Anyway, yeah, he now really likes it. But, but at the time he didn't eat very much veg until he met me. So yeah, stir fry is a really good way to get veg in, and there's a story about Aaron that will help you sleep better at night, since this is all about
Aaron.
Yeah, it's all about Aaron. Wesley's jumping at me like, no, it's all about me. So yeah, nice balanced meal end the day. Try and eat 2 hours before you go to sleep to let your food digest. So we have this, and always have something sweet after. We do normally, and we will be having yogurt, strawberries and honey. Aaron will add some Biscoff and peanut butter on there, no doubt, as well. So yeah, we're gonna end the day with this. Just sit and watch some telly. We started a new series yesterday actually on Netflix, so try and stay off my phone. I know Aaron's going to pull a face in the background.
No, because you're always off your phone.
Yeah, see? Try and stay off my phone at least an hour before we go to bed. I try my hardest. It's hard because I use it for work, so then on a night time I just actually like to sit and scroll, but I know it's not good for going to sleep. So and I will also go and put my blue light glasses on now as well, because I will probably upload this meal to my stories. So while I'm on my phone, just to reduce blue light to help with sleeping as well.
Already said that she's going to be on her phone.
Yeah, to put this meal on.
Okay.
I'm always justifying it. I'm like, I'm working. No, but I will. To prove a point, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to just watch the series and chill. So I'm going to go and get Wesley his dinner now, because it is important that he has a nice wind down and sleeps well, because Mrs. I will never let a dog in the bed. Wesley, that we sleep in Wesley's bed now. So yeah, I'm going to make sure Wesley has a good sleep. If Wesley has a good sleep, we have a good sleep. And voila! So we've got some noodles there. They're actually lentil noodles. I've never had these before. They were lentil, maybe including turmeric, if that's how you say it. Anyway, noodles. It's got some carbs in there, loads of veg, as we've established with Aaron, and then salmon for some protein, and it was cooked in sesame oil for some fat as well, and sprinkled some sesame seeds on top, which are really good for this phase of your cycle. And then I poured my sleep tea, and I've got my magnesium tablets there ready to have. Now it's time to relax. Just finished dinner. It was so nice and filling, and then like I said, just ended with something sweet, and then just going to sit and chill and watch probably another episode of this. It's called Department Q. It's pretty good so far. So yeah, just gonna watch that and relax, and then we'll head up to bed.
Yep. Well, turns out she's not nearly as dumb as she looks.
Eh?
Hi guys. Guys, please give me some dignity.
Cover up your neck.
Cover up my little penis there.
Are you ready for beddy pies, Wizzy?
Ready. Steady.
Right, Winnie, we ready for bed? Good boy, off you go. Whee! Off we go to bed. You see Wesley through the gap.
Oh, please.
Oh, sweet boy. You ready for bed? Let's see, actually it is quite dark. It's very light outside. Just putting on that silk bonnet. Aaron's trying to be funny in the background, but he's actually not in the shot.
I know you want me.
singing his own song. On that note, off to bed, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.